But before I bring her to the stage, let me just tell you a little bit about Kalina. She's the CEO and founder of 888 Coaching LLC, where she helps individuals and families break negative generational cycles through a powerful blend of emotional intelligence, behavioral awareness, and spiritual insight. With a background in social emotional learning, youth development, and holistic coaching, Kalina creates transformative experiences that help people unlearn survival patterns, strengthen boundaries, and build healthier relationships with themselves as well as others. Through her work with youth, adults, schools, and community organizations, she guides clients from awareness to real life change, focusing on healing the root instead of managing the systems. Kalina is passionate about helping people reclaim their voice, rewrite their story, and become the cycle breaker in their family and community. I am so excited to introduce to some and present to others none other than Kalina Black, who is our special guest this evening. Please help me welcome her to the stage. Kalina.
Hello, hello. Good evening.
Oh,
My love. I am well. I am blessed and highly favored. So happy to be a guest on this podcast with you. Thank you for inviting me.
of course, of course. I always, jump at the opportunity to speak with someone who is like-minded, who kind of embodies the meaning of, the woke movement, so to speak. And one of the things that I think really stuck out for me as I was just, reading through your bio was the
Mm,
fact that, you said that it's not just about managing symptoms. And I think that as coaches and, myself having been a former therapist for years, was always
mhm.
about managing the symptoms, trying to make sure that, it's kind of like going to the doctor and which I, coincidentally had a doctor's visit yesterday. And, we were going through the symptoms. Yes, going through the symptoms as they do. And no
Right,
shade to Victor because he is amazing.
right.
Just a beast. Okay. I would recommend him to anyone, anytime, and any place. But as he was saying, he said, well, we got to do a little trial and error. We got to talk through things. We got to try to figure out, where we are, what's been the pattern as of late. And so I just love the fact that you have brought that same mentality into your coaching practice. I think that that is just amazing.
Oh,
So,
yes, thank you.
yes, definitely, definitely. So tell us exactly what is a cycle breaking coach and what does one do? We gotta know.
So, a cycle breaking coach basically helps you find the root of what's causing those symptoms that's causing that stagnation, that whatever's preventing you from achieving your goals, from being who you want to be in life, but not only for yourself, but for your children or their future lineage, the grandchildren. And they're just those repeating things that you've seen over the years, whether from your parents, their parents, just going as far back as you can think of, and you start noticing these things. I notice my family has this issue with this particular behavior.
Yes.
We can't seem to overcome this thing in life, whether it's something emotional,
Mhm.
physical, spiritual, all the important areas.
Mhm.
And so what I do is help you break down and go back to think what started those cycles. Because we
Mhm.
know often what the symptoms are. The symptoms are typically things that we struggle with, such as mental anguish, anxiety, depression, or what's the other word for often like the strong Black woman or strong Black man mindset,
Yes. Yeah.
overcompensating, financial setbacks. These are like common things that many families tend to struggle with and tend to be generational. So I help those individuals think back, okay, where did this start from? What are you currently doing? And What is it that needs to be done differently so you can break that change, so you can break that repetitive cycle?
Oh, I love that. Yeah, that is such a key piece.